Many seniors believe diabetes happens suddenly. One day the doctor says, your blood sugar is too high. And just like that, life changes. But in reality, diabetes often begins quietly, 10 years earlier, long before the diagnosis, long before insulin, long before medication. It starts with small signs that many older adults ignore every single day. Feeling tired after meals, needing more naps, waking up at night to use the bathroom, craving sweets more often, feeling thirsty all the time, gaining belly weight even when eating normally. And this is where many seniors get confused. They think, well, I'm just getting older. But after treating older adults for more than 30 years, I can tell you something very important. My name is Tom Bennett, and throughout my career, I've seen how small daily habits can quietly shape a person's health over time. Aging alone is not always the problem. Sometimes the body is quietly struggling with blood sugar problems for years before diabetes is ever found. And the good news is this: in many cases, type 2 diabetes can be delayed, improved, or even prevented through simple daily habits. Not extreme diets, not expensive supplements, not impossible exercise programs. Just small, steady changes that help the body work better again. I've seen seniors in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s improve their blood sugar naturally through simple routines that most people never realize matter so much. And today, I want to share those things with you calmly and clearly, because the earlier you understand what is happening inside your body, the more power you have to protect your future health. One patient I remember very clearly was a man in his early 70s. He told me, "Doctor, I don't eat much sugar, so I don't understand why my blood sugar keeps rising." And honestly, he was trying very hard. He avoided desserts. He rarely drank soda. He thought he was doing everything correctly. But when we looked closely at his daily routine, we found something important. He skipped breakfast. He sat for long hours. He slept poorly. And most of his meals were heavy in white rice, bread, and processed foods. Now here's the surprising part. Even foods that do not taste sweet can raise blood sugar very quickly. White bread, white rice, crackers, sugary breakfast cereals, sweet coffee drinks, even some healthy snack bars. Inside the body, many of these foods break down into sugar very fast, and over time, the body becomes overwhelmed. Let me explain why. When we eat, food turns into glucose, which is a type of sugar that enters the bloodstream. The body then releases insulin. Insulin works like a key. It helps move sugar from the blood into the cells where it can be used for energy. But after many years, especially with aging, weight gain, stress, poor sleep, and inactivity, the body may stop responding to insulin properly. This is called insulin resistance. That simply means the body is no longer listening well to insulin. So the pancreas tries to make more and more insulin to keep blood sugar under control. Eventually, the system gets tired. Blood sugar rises higher and higher. And many seniors do not notice this happening because the changes are very slow. That is why diabetes is often called a silent disease. Now, not every senior who develops diabetes did something wrong. Genetics matter. Family history matters. Hormonal changes matter. But daily habits matter too, a lot. And small habits repeated every day can slowly push the body toward diabetes, or slowly pull it away from diabetes. I remember another woman in her late 60s. She told me, "I barely eat during the day, but I'm always hungry at night." This happens more often than people think. Many older adults skip meals, then overeat late in the evening. But the body handles sugar less effectively late at night. And poor nighttime eating habits can slowly worsen blood sugar control, especially when combined with poor sleep. But most people never realize this. Sleep and blood sugar are deeply connected. When seniors sleep poorly, the body becomes more stressed. Stress hormones rise, cravings increase, insulin resistance worsens. And many older adults enter a cycle where poor sleep leads to poor eating, and poor eating leads to worse sleep. I have seen this cycle countless times. Now let's talk about one of the biggest misunderstandings seniors have about diabetes prevention. Many people believe they must completely avoid all carbohydrates forever. That is not realistic for most people. And honestly, it is not necessary for many seniors. The goal is balance. The body still needs carbohydrates for energy, but the type of carbohydrates matters greatly. Highly processed carbohydrates raise blood sugar quickly. Foods with more fiber raise blood sugar more slowly. For example, oatmeal is usually better than sugary cereal. Brown rice is usually better than white rice. Whole grain bread is usually better than white bread. Fresh fruit is usually better than pastries or candy. Simple swaps like these can make a meaningful difference over time. And let me say something very important here. You do not need to become perfect overnight. Many seniors quit because they try to change everything all at once. That rarely works. Instead, focus on one or two small improvements first. Maybe replacing sugary drinks. Maybe walking after dinner. Maybe eating smaller portions at night. Small steps matter more than dramatic short-term changes. Now let's talk about belly fat. This is a sensitive topic for many people, especially older adults. But excess belly fat is strongly connected to diabetes risk. Why? Because fat around the abdomen behaves differently than fat in other areas. It can increase inflammation and worsen insulin resistance. And after age 60, the body naturally loses muscle mass. This is another important piece many seniors never hear about. Muscles help absorb sugar from the bloodstream. So when muscle decreases and activity decreases, blood sugar often rises more easily. That is why even light movement becomes extremely important after 60. Not intense workouts, just regular movement, walking, stretching, gardening, light strength exercises, standing up more often during the day. The body was designed to move. And when seniors become too sedentary, blood sugar control often worsens quietly over time. I once treated a retired teacher in her mid-70s. Her blood sugar improved significantly after one simple change. She started walking for 15 minutes after lunch and dinner every day. That was it. No extreme diet, no marathon exercise, just gentle daily walking. And within several months, her numbers improved beautifully. Now here's another surprising part. Hydration matters more than many seniors realize. When the body becomes dehydrated, blood sugar can become more concentrated in the bloodstream. But many older adults do not drink enough water. Some avoid drinking because they do not want to use the bathroom frequently. Others simply lose their sense of thirst as they age. Mild dehydration is extremely common in seniors, and it affects energy, blood sugar, mood, and even memory. Simple hydration throughout the day can help more than people expect. Now let's talk about stress, because emotional stress affects diabetes too. Loneliness, financial worries, caregiving stress, loss of loved ones, health anxiety. These things are very real, and chronic stress raises hormones that can increase blood sugar levels over time. This is why emotional health matters just as much as physical health. I often encourage seniors to protect their peace whenever possible. Spend time with supportive people, go outside, stay socially connected, laugh more, keep meaningful routines. These simple things help the body more than many people realize. Now, one mistake I see very often is seniors relying too heavily on diabetic processed foods. Many products labeled sugar-free or diabetic-friendly are still highly processed. Some contain unhealthy fats. Some still spike blood sugar. Some increase cravings. Natural, simple foods are usually the better choice. Vegetables, beans, eggs, fish, chicken, nuts, Greek yogurt, fresh fruit in moderation, whole grains. Simple foods often work best. And portion size matters too. Even healthy foods can raise blood sugar if portions become too large. Now, I know this can feel overwhelming, but please remember, you do not need to master everything today. The goal is progress, not perfection. And after age 60, consistency matters much more than intensity. Now let's talk about what modern diabetes prevention really looks like today. Years ago, doctors focused mostly on medication after diabetes had already developed. But today, we understand much more. We now know prevention can begin long before severe disease appears. And many seniors are surprised to hear this. Small lifestyle changes often improve blood sugar more than they expected. One of the most powerful habits is simply eating more regularly. Skipping meals may sound harmless, but it can create large swings in blood sugar and hunger. Many older adults skip breakfast, snack randomly all day, then eat large dinners late at night. This pattern can make blood sugar harder to control. A more balanced routine helps the body feel safer and steadier. That does not mean eating huge meals. In fact, smaller, balanced meals are often easier on the body. A simple breakfast with protein and fiber can help tremendously. For example, eggs with whole grain toast, plain oatmeal with nuts, Greek yogurt with berries. These foods digest more slowly and help reduce sudden sugar spikes. And this is where many seniors get confused again. Some people think fruit is dangerous because it contains sugar, but whole fruit is very different from processed sweets. Fruit also contains fiber, vitamins, and water. An apple is not the same as candy. Blueberries are not the same as cake. The body responds differently. Now, portion awareness still matters, but most seniors do not need to fear fruit completely. Another important habit is strength and balance training. Now, before you panic, I am not talking about heavy bodybuilding. I simply mean maintaining muscle. Light resistance exercises can help the body use sugar more effectively. Even chair exercises help. Simple hand weights, resistance bands, standing up from a chair repeatedly, gentle leg exercises. These movements support muscle health and metabolism. And after age 60, maintaining muscle becomes extremely important for independence too. Strong muscles help with walking, balance, fall prevention, and daily life. Now let's talk about one daily habit that quietly harms blood sugar: sitting too long. Many seniors spend long hours sitting in front of the television. And while rest is important, too much sitting slows the body down. Even standing up every 30 to 60 minutes can help circulation and metabolism. Little movements throughout the day matter. Walking around the house, light chores, stretching during commercials, taking short outdoor walks. These are not small things. They add up over time. Now let me explain something many seniors never hear clearly. Blood sugar problems are not only about sugar. They are also connected to inflammation inside the body. Highly processed foods can increase inflammation. Poor sleep increases inflammation. Stress increases inflammation. Physical inactivity increases inflammation. And inflammation makes insulin resistance worse. So when we improve daily habits, we are not only lowering sugar, we are helping calm the entire body. This is why many seniors feel more energetic after improving their routines. They sleep better, think more clearly, feel less tired after meals. The body starts functioning more smoothly. Now let's discuss sleep again because it matters tremendously. Many older adults believe poor sleep is simply part of aging, but chronic poor sleep should not be ignored. Sleep apnea, nighttime stress, frequent screen use, caffeine late in the day, and irregular schedules can all worsen sleep quality. And poor sleep increases cravings for unhealthy foods. The body becomes hungrier and more insulin resistant when sleep is disrupted. Creating a calming nighttime routine can help greatly. Dim the lights. Reduce late-night television. Avoid large, heavy meals before bed. Keep a consistent bedtime. Limit caffeine late in the afternoon. Simple routines calm the nervous system, and calming the nervous system helps the entire body function better. Now let's talk about beverages, because many seniors drink hidden sugar every single day without realizing it. Sweet tea, flavored coffee drinks, fruit juices, sodas, sports drinks, even drinks marketed as healthy can contain large amounts of sugar. Liquid sugar enters the bloodstream very quickly. Water is still one of the best choices. Unsweetened tea can also be a good option. Black coffee in moderation is usually acceptable for many people. Small changes in drinks alone can sometimes make a huge difference. Another thing I encourage seniors to watch carefully is emotional eating. Many people eat not because they are physically hungry, but because they are stressed, lonely, bored, or anxious. And retirement can sometimes increase emotional eating patterns. Food becomes comfort. That is completely human. But learning other ways to comfort the mind is important too. Phone calls with loved ones, walking outside, reading, church activities, gardening, music, community groups. Emotional connection helps health more than many people realize. Now here's something hopeful. I have seen seniors improve their blood sugar even in their 70s and 80s. The body still responds to healthy habits later in life. It is never too late. I remember one patient who told me, "I wish I started earlier." And I told her something I truly believe. The best time to care for your health is the moment you begin. Not yesterday, not years ago, today. Even modest improvements matter. Losing a small amount of weight helps. Walking regularly helps. Sleeping better helps. Eating more whole foods helps. These are powerful changes when done consistently. Now, of course, some seniors will still need medication, and there is no shame in that. Medication can be very important and very helpful, but healthy daily habits still matter tremendously, even when medication is necessary. The goal is not perfection. The goal is supporting the body as kindly and steadily as possible. And one final thing before we move into our closing thoughts. Please do not compare yourself to younger people online. Your body is different. Your needs are different. Extreme diets and punishing exercise programs are often not appropriate for older adults. Gentle consistency usually works better. Slow progress is still progress, and kindness toward yourself matters more than you think. So let's take a moment now and bring everything together. If you remember only a few things from today's conversation, remember this. Type 2 diabetes usually develops slowly. It is often connected to years of small daily habits. But small daily habits can also help protect the body. You do not need to become perfect overnight. You do not need extreme diets. You do not need exhausting workouts. You do not need fear. You simply need steady care for your body, one day at a time. Start by paying attention to the simple basics. Move your body gently every day. Even short walks help. Even light stretching helps. Even standing more often helps. Your body benefits from movement at every age. Next, try to eat more whole, simple foods. Less processed food, less sugary drinks, more vegetables, more fiber, more protein, more balanced meals. Again, this is not about punishment. It is about giving the body what it needs to function more smoothly. Protect your sleep as much as possible. Good sleep supports hormones, appetite, energy, and blood sugar control. And please do not ignore stress and loneliness. Emotional health affects physical health deeply. Stay connected with people. Stay involved in meaningful activities. Keep hope in your daily life. Now, if I could give you a few practical action steps to begin today, they would be very simple. First, take a 10 to 15-minute walk after one meal each day. That single habit can help blood sugar more than many people realize. Second, replace one sugary drink with water or unsweetened tea. Do not underestimate how powerful small drink changes can be. Third, add one healthier food instead of only focusing on restriction. Maybe oatmeal instead of sugary cereal. Maybe fruit instead of pastries. Maybe nuts instead of chips. Small substitutions become lifelong habits. Fourth, try to go to bed at a more regular time. Your body likes rhythm and consistency. And finally, be patient with yourself. Health improvement is not a race. Many seniors give up because they expect instant results. But the body heals slowly and steadily. What matters most is consistency over time. I truly believe many older adults can improve their health and quality of life more than they think possible. Not through fear, not through guilt, but through calm, daily care. And if today's video helped you understand diabetes prevention a little more clearly, I hope you will share it with a friend, spouse, family member, or someone else who may need encouragement too. Because so many seniors are struggling quietly with blood sugar problems without fully understanding why. And sometimes, one simple conversation can change a person's future. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Please take gentle care of yourself. Your health still matters. Your future still matters. And no matter your age, small, healthy steps taken consistently can still make a meaningful difference in your life.